Hello Galactic family. Our mind follows a stray course with ease. A small thought can lead us to a journey into the past or into the future. It is hard for the mind to stay in the moment of now. The mind elaborates, beautifies, exaggerates, distorts, and can lead us to believe in a situation far from the truth. She can invent all sorts of stories, incidents, and mischiefs around something rather harmless which in the reflection has a perfectly logical explanation. Add emotions to the mix and chaos sets in. Our past fears and anxiety can distort truth beyond recognition. We use our feelings and emotions from the past to make sense of new experiences. If our past feelings are negative, we continue in the same way, continually looking at situations from a negative point of view. Likewise, if past feelings are positive, this will also reflect on our current attitudes. With the mind and emotions involved, it is difficult to remain in a place of love, peace and harmony, but this is what we should try to do. We must calm the mind, soothe the emotions to be able to calm our soul and raise our vibration. I watch my mind that the more I try to meditate, the more it seems to fly by, chattering from one subject to another, from the past to the future. It is very difficult to calm the mind to create a place of stillness and silence. Yet we must continue, we must stop and think. Our soul is crying out to be free, but we are not listening. When we can create a space in our life and in the mind, we allow the truth to enter. We are buzzing so fast we can only see part of the reality. There is so much more in the world than what we can see, much more. The more you look, the more you will find. The mind needs to be understood and controlled, otherwise it is like a wild horse, rebellious and reckless. If we pay attention to our thoughts and feelings, we can focus on what is important in our lives and spend less time on what is not so important. We can prioritize and stop wasting energy with negative thought patterns. This is easier said than done in today's world. Technology has taken control. Everyone is running around with cell phones glued to their ears. We are in constant communication with everyone. We never rest. We are sending messages to friends and family, looking on Facebook constantly, sending tweets, searching the internet, buying online, never ending. We are continually doing things instead of being. When we sit and we are silent, we panic, we are alone with our thoughts and this frightens us. We do not feel able to stop, sit and be silent. We do not simply seek to be. Each day the world gets more and more crazy, friends get together and socialize, but they do not talk to each other, they are all looking at their cell phones talking to someone else instead of the person in front of them. They walk the streets with the phone glued to their ears, instead of looking around them to see what is happening. In the past we had only landlines, that we could only talk to someone when we were near the phone. Many young people today have grown up with cell phones and feel lost without them. Now every second of our day is controlled by the cell phone, some even think how some people survive without them, it's as if it has become part of them, an extension of their brain. They see technology as vital to their existence. They slowly get further and further away from nature and earth. Further from themselves, they are turning into an invention of their own imagination. They are no longer real. They are turning into a technological soup, full of gadgets and social media, swimming in a sea of conversations and ego, completely losing their soul in the process. Virtual reality. Most are addicted to drama, to things that happen all the time. They cannot deal with silence and peace. This need for drama and action drives your conversations, distorts your words, adds extra words, tries to create additional, more interesting scenes in your life, believing that they will become more friendly and kind. They use whatever methods they can for this purpose, even if it means hurting others and putting them down, whether to get a response, to be recognized, or to get attention. Almost everyone is addicted to drawing attention. Their lives appear on Facebook as perfect, just as in a fairy tale. Truth does not enter into it. They project a perfect world in which they live, when they could not be further from the truth. They are all in denial, are all addicted to social media in this world of media, this perfect imaginary world. It is a dream that is not the real world. The real world is much more interesting and exciting. We are much more than we imagine, we can do so much more, but we are losing ourselves, every day. Many are wasting time and energy, wasting time on shallow activities, making them feel empty and lost, making them work even harder to get attention because most are totally addicted to being noticed and recognized. They continue to live in a virtual reality world, pretending that everything is fine, everything is perfect. Conclusion. This is exactly how the powers that no longer exist want this, do not want people to stop and think, because when we stop to think and look around, we see all injustice, all misery and all that is wrong with our world. It's all part of the process of keeping us asleep and under your control, taking us ever further from this moment of now. In this moment, now, let's design love, peace and harmony for the world, the real world. Let's stay away from misery and suffering, madness and chaos. Let's leave our virtual reality world behind. Let's hang up the phone and talk to person in front of us. Let's not forget that we're all in this together. Whatever we do to others harms ourselves. We need to be aware of each moment, thinking about what we are doing and saying. We are hurting others. We are spreading distortions to try to make our world more interesting. We let our minds get away with us. Are we disconnected from our true self, our soul? Now is all we have. The past is gone and the future does not exist. All we have, all of us, in the whole universe, the multiverse, every living being, we all have is now, now, now. In this moment of the now everything can change, use it wisely.